On to you, Gemini. So you have the Eight of Pentacles, the Death, and the Magician. So this is about you, Geminis. Ultimately, this whole reading is about you, Geminis, being more social, going back, being way more social, hanging out, talking to multiple people, you know what I mean? Not necessarily this one person at a time stuff, talking to multiple people. The reason why, let's get into it. The reason why it is that I was saying that in the first place is because the Death card and the Magician. Enough with the whole isolation, right? Just either being single or talking to one person at a time. These two cards right here is definitely, and the Sun, this is definitely an indication of you Geminis deciding, you know what? It's time for you to get back out there, talk to some people. You have been healing. You have been doing the internal work. And a lot of you Geminis are going to go from being single to ready to mingle again, right? Because we all need that time. The Three of Pentacles represents, but this time is different because the Three of Pentacles and the Three of Cups, this is about you Geminis have a better understanding of what it is that you want, because you Geminis, you understand yourselves better, right? I said it a million times over here on this channel. In order for you to be able to get somebody that works for you, you have to know more of who you are. You have to know who you are. What do you honestly like? What is the qualities in a person that you're actually looking for, right? If you don't know the qualities in a person and all it is that you talk, I'm not saying you, I'm saying in a general sense, all it is that a person talks about is the shallowness. They need to have a certain hip size, you know what I mean, or a hip length. They need to be tall. They need to do this. That doesn't necessarily mean that the relationship would work, though. You understand? So when you talk about qualities, what are the internal or the intangible qualities that you want from a person so that you can actually get along with them, to build something with them that is a functional relationship? And a lot of you Geminis have a better understanding of this. And that's partially the reason why it is that a lot of you are dating. Because you know a little bit more about yourselves enough to be able to actually talk about that. Like who exactly, more in a detailed fashion, who you want. And have fun while doing it. The Page of Wands and the Four of Wands, however, represents just try, a lot of you are trying. This is a warning, okay? Because you Geminis already know this. Try not to have too much fun, because having too much fun can end up ruining your value, because then you end up doing things that you end up regretting a little bit later based upon how loose a person is. You understand what I'm saying? So you want to make sure that you don't end up having too much fun getting to know people. Otherwise, you may end up squandering a very good opportunity to meet someone valuable that has self-respect in the future, because you would have squandered yours messing around on some stuff where you Geminis did something that you can't look at yourselves in the mirror. So a lot of you Geminis are very much so aware of this as well. Like, you're out here, you know yourself better, you will talk to people, you will get to know others, but you also understand that at the end of the day, that end goal is for you to get to know yourself better as well as another person, and build a life successfully with that person on top of that, right? I want to be thorough here, right? So the Ace of Wands and the Nine of Swords now is about, so because of this, you Geminis know you have to screen the quality of the people that come to you. So even though you Geminis are talking to new people, you're just not out here talking to anybody, right? Yeah, you go into social events. Some of you may even just talk to people on the street and seek, cold approach. That's one thing that a lot of people don't do now anymore, is cold approach. And that's actually one of the most difficult ways to interact with somebody, because the games that people play. Because what will happen is you'll have a lot of people who will be like, nah, I got myself somebody, and they lying. instead of just saying no. They'll be lying, right? Because they really do have somebody sometimes, but rarely do they actually have somebody. Because most people on Earth are actually single, because most people play games on Earth. So I ain't even gonna say on Earth. I'll say, especially in the Western Hemisphere, right? But I will say this though, there are more single people on Earth than there are coupled up. Because, especially in today's world, because so many people are interested, like I said, in playing games. So you're interested in equality. And the Nine of Swords, if you don't like it, you'll send it back. So let's clarify some of these cards. Let's clarify the Ace of Swords. That was a terrible shuffle. We got to do that again. There we go. Six of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. Ooh, Five of Swords, Three of Cups. Yes, because the Six of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, a lot of you Geminis, you know your value. You know your worth. And it's way more than money. And it's way more than, you know, people offering you one night of fun. You Geminis are in it for the long term, because that's where the real value is. So if you start to observe from getting to know them that they're only interested in getting to know you for a short time, not a long time, you Geminis are not dealing with that. You are specifically Five of Swords and the Three of Cups, because you are specifically out here talking to multiple people, not because you're trying to put yourself out there like some finish that. But you Geminis are putting yourself out here to get to know people. It's just that it's just that you're single. One person at a time can end up taking a lot of time. So you're talking to different people just so that you can get to the relationship faster, right? Because it's a matter of numbers in one element, right? If you talk to one person at a time, and these people are not necessarily for you. Some of them may be trash. Some of them may not necessarily want a whole lot in life. They may not be working. That may not be working for you. As opposed to if you talk to 5 different people, 3 different people, and one of them starts to show you that they have some real, not potential, but potential too, but they have value now. And they're on their path to being even greater, even though they have value now. It makes it easier. It makes it faster. So a lot of you Geminis very much so have a game plan. And you're not even going to be doing it much. You're not even going to be putting yourself out here like this, talking to multiple people for a long time anyway. This is really just for a season. A lot of you Geminis, from what I'm seeing, is really giving this a time limit. Very good. So it sounds to me like y'all got a plan. Peace.